Welcome back to the Open Wheel Offline League, season number 4. We're here at Sandown for qualifying ahead of the next race. On the entries, you can see who is in this group. You see Louis Foster, Miles Rowe, Chet Jordan, last race winner Yuki Tsunoda, Benjamin Peterson, Lindsey Brewer, Ryan Preece, Jacob Abel, Stingray Robb, Guy Gagné, Glubler Lore, and Catherine Legg, all trying to get into the top 6 to advance on to round 2. And then right after this, we'll have Group B, which has the rest of the field, the other 12 drivers. Right now, no one going out. It's only a 10-minute session, so not sure why everyone seems to be waiting, as Miles Rowe is going to be the first car to fire off. As everyone's coming out at the same time, that is a horrifically bad idea. You want to give yourself some space, as the Magenta Trees car is going to be a little too close for comfort. Horrific timing on everyone's behalf, especially Catherine Legg, going to be right on the back of Miles Rowe, and only going to be able to go as fast as he does unless she can get by him. But even then, you're still going to give him a tow down the straightaway, and if you do pull out to a considerable margin ahead. I think Stingray Robb's got a good distance, as that is very clumsy in our first road course qualifying. Immediately some not so smart decisions. It's not the biggest track. That is a very big oversight. And now you're going to have 3 cars stuck back to back. Maybe even 4, since Guy Gagné's right up the road. You want to stay on the track. Catherine Legg going to go by here in turn 1, so hopefully not getting impeded too much. He does turn a pink sector so far. You want to be in that top 6. They've got about 2 laps before they're going to have to come in. Then you may see some final runs. Stingray Robb fastest in the 2nd sector, probably because of the draft down the straightaway, but he's still getting held up by Miles Rowe. Glubler luckily has a clean track, but no pink sectors, surprisingly. Catherine Legg going to hit the line first, and is going to be the first one to show a time, 52.495. Glubler is going to be P2, as here comes Lindsey Brewer. Lindsey Brewer going to go P2. Last race winner Yuki Tsunoda. Right now his teammate Miles Rowe, the slowest out of the 5 that have set a lap so far. Here he comes around the bend. P2, so solid first lap, as Louis Foster goes P1, 51.957. Ryan Preece now going to hit the line next. Stingray Robb on the cut line. Oh, just barely in. He's going to need some more speed. Catherine Legg gets a draft off Guy Gagné and goes fastest. Glubler, he's going to go faster. He got around Miles Rowe, but Glubler now going to go P2. Chet Jordan has not set a lap. He'll go P8. Lindsey Brewer on the cut line right now, pulling Jacob Abel along. Abel not on a lap yet. Right now, Abel and Peterson, only ones to not set a lap, but they're beginning right now. A lot of cars stuck in traffic, and that is just bad planning all around. Yuki Tsunoda looks solid. Louis Foster going to go faster as Ryan Preece goes off track, and his lap time will be deleted. And he could be in some trouble. He is down in P7 right now. Nobody here going faster. Stingray Robb going to go faster. P4 with a first clean track. Miles Rowe going faster. Glubler going faster. Chet Jordan down in P10. He's going to go P4. Going to bump out Miles Rowe, As Jacob Abel, first lap, only P8. Benjamin Peterson now P8. Still shy of the cut line by not that much. Yuki Tsunoda currently down. Ryan Preece gonna try another lap as he is off track again. That's gonna be another lap wasted. Yuki Tsunoda goes P4. Louis Foster stays second. Catherine Legg going faster once again, but she's gonna have to come in this time. No, not enough fuel. As Guy Gagné goes P1. Didn't have the greatest opening round, but was the only one of his teammates to get into the top 10, as Chet Jordan does not go faster. He's going to stay on the cut line. Very risky. Jacob Abel does not go faster. Benjamin Peterson, he's going to go faster, but only to P8. Chet Jordan just hanging on. I don't think a lot of these cars have much left in it. I think you may get another lap out of Abel and Peterson, but that may be it. Guy Gagné, P1. Putting his foot down early. Chet Jordan gonna be on the cut line. I don't think he's got much left in it. So gonna be in by just 0.04 of a second. Jacob Abel not going faster. Whatever the problem is, Team Eggs does not look that strong. But Benjamin Peterson, he may be close. Abel does go faster, but not enough. Peterson's going to bump his way in just barely. 0.05 in over Chet Jordan. Jacob Abel, I don't think he has he may have one more lap in him, but I'm not quite sure with where the timing line is. It's going to be hard to tell as 3 cars release on top of each other again. Guys, it's not that big of a track, but this is kind of ridiculous. Lindsey Brewer, one of those. Miles Rowe, another one. All below the cut line. Stingray Robb going to go back out. Ryan Preece going to go back out. That is a good call. He's got to get himself out of 23rd starting spot currently. See if Abel has anything, or is this him coming in? He is coming in, so he is probably done. I don't think there's enough time for him to go back out. I believe Guy Gagné is going to be the first one to come around, which is surprising considering he's P1 right now. You'd think out of anyone he'd be safest. With just a little over 1 minute left in Group A, Round 1. Miles Rowe and Lindsey Brewer are going to be on top of each other once again. That is just not the brightest strategy calls. Yuki Tsunoda gonna be released right in front of Stingray Robb. And Ryan Preece is someone that we've really got to watch. But he may be in trouble. And because of Yuki Tsunoda being released on cold tires, he may not get a good lap in. And that's frustrating, but he had 2 off tracks, did not maximize what he needed to. He may get 1 more lap. Nobody going faster. Miles Rowe was close. Gonna have 1 lap, I believe. Chet Jordan, I don't think he's gonna have the time. I think checkered flag's gonna come out. Pole sitter at Texas does not want to start last row here at Sandown. His race at Texas did not go the way he wanted to. Coming to the line, Miles Rowe and Lindsey Brewer not going faster. Lindsey Brewer does have a faster second sector, but did have some extra speed down the straightaway. Yeah, not faster. Ryan Preece, he's got to make sure he gets there. Will he get there? P4, he bumps his way in, And that will bump out Benjamin Peterson, not out on track right now. And I believe that is checkers for everyone. So your six that advance: Guy Gagné, Catherine Legg, Louis Foster, Ryan Preece, Globler Lore, and Yuki Tsunoda by just about a tenth and a half. So as these cars come into pit road, is Guy Gagné, who will reign victorious in round one, I guess you could say. As in just a moment, we'll be back with Group B. We're back with Group B now. Let's take a look at your entries. Connor Zilich, Callum Ilott, David Malukas, Robbie Lohr, Marcus Armstrong, Gail Barnhart, Shane Van Gisbergen, Mahavir Raghunathan, Alessio Deletta, Ethan Martz, Brennan Hubbard, and Dorian Pinn. So the other half of the field about to begin now. Maybe they'll be a little bit better with how they come back out, or how they come out onto the track. No cars have taken the track just yet. They're all just sitting there. Are we gonna have another situation like Group A where just four cars come out at once and stack on top of each other and sabotage each other. Two minutes down and no one has come out. We don't have infinite time, guys. Come on. Especially if you go out early, you may be able to get another run, as Callum Ilott is going to be the first one to come out, but Shane Van Gisbergen going to come out just in front of him. Season 1 title contenders going to be the first ones to take the track. A little bit, actually a lot better than Group A. Sun started to peek through. Group A was covered by clouds. Guys got nothing but sun. Connor Zilic going to be the third car out with Dorian Pin, Robbie, and I believe that is Gail Barnhart coming out. They're a little bit closer together, but shouldn't be too bad. Then you got a couple cars on top of each other. I think that's Brendan Hubbard and Mahavir Raghunathan. These guys got to be careful that no one comes out right in front of them. Oh, that's going to be close with Armstrong and Martz. Try to go for a ride along and see how frustrating this is. He is going to get a little bit of a draft here, but now he's going to have to try for an overtake during qualifying. As Connor Zilic will go P1, or not P1, but fastest first sector. Gotta try to get by Martz before turn 1. Obviously, Van Gisbergen gonna go P1. Callum Ilott not as close. He's off by about 6/10. Connor Zilic had bad luck at Texas. See if it goes his way this time. P1 right now by about 3/10. Dorian Pin currently stuck behind Alessio Deletta, but maybe he pulled her along just enough. She'll go P2. Robbie gonna go P4. Gail Barnhart P6. Brendan Hubbard and Mahavir Raghunathan held each other up. They'll go 7th and 8th. Shane Van Gisbergen, clean track in front of him now. Let's see if he can rip it. He's going to go P1. Ethan Martz only P9. Marcus Armstrong going to go P5, so he's currently in. Callum Ilott does not go faster. Actually, he does go faster, but stays P6. Connor Zilic is going to stay P2, not enough to go to P1, off by 7/100. Pin not going faster, was stuck behind Alessio Deletta. As Robbie's going to go P3, Alessio P8. Barnhart not good enough. He's going to stay P7, out by just a little bit. Hubbard now. Not enough to go faster. I don't think his lap counted, and something happened to Mahavir because he is not on the track anymore. David Malukas, only car to not set a lap right now. Armstrong going to stay P5. Martz goes faster, but not fast enough. Zilic now. See what he has. Nothing. David Malukas. Can he go quick enough? Oh, it's gonna be, I believe, P5. Yes, it is. So just barely in. That's gonna bump out Ilott as Deletta gets in with a draft. He's gonna go P5. Barnhart goes P6. That's gonna bump out Malukas and Armstrong. Right there. Hubbard sits P11. He's going faster, but is it fast enough? It's much faster, but only P9. Armstrong currently out, not going faster this time. March goes faster, but not enough. As David Malukas sits P7, he's going to need a fast time right here. As Armstrong is off the track. Is it enough? No, in that third sector he lost too much time and currently not advancing. Brennan Hubbard next to come to the line. Does he have enough juice or does he have to come in this time? He is in this time, so was looking to go faster, not enough. David Malukas really going to have about one lap. Try to get this because I don't think he's going to get another run in. Gap to Barnhart about 700ths. He's going faster. Does he have enough juice to make it to the line? I believe he would. This is his third lap. Seems everyone's able to do 3. He's going to come to the line here. Is it enough? Yes, it is. P5. That's going to bump out Barnhart. And Alessio Deletta going to be in as of now. Callum Ilott going back out. He sits P10. He's going to need to go faster. Malukas, he's going faster, but I don't think he'll have enough to make it back around. Alessio Deletta exiting pit lane right now. Ride along with Ilott. 1.5 minutes left. He's going faster. Not going to get any help down the straightaway like he may have had before. That one's going to be slower. But can he do enough in the third sector to stay alive? He's going to need to find about 8/10 if he wants to advance. He's going to get another lap after this. Where's this one going to go? It's faster, but only P8. But there's still some juice in it. As Dorian Pinn getting held up behind Ethan March. Currently, she's not in too much peril. I think we're going to have to watch Ilott versus Deletta. Ilott not faster in Sector 1. Neither is Deletta. Who's going to be able to get to the line to do another lap with time almost expired? I think Hubbard and Zilich will be the first to take the checkered. So Ethan Martz and Dorian Pinn will get one more lap. Ilott doesn't seem to have it. Gonna come around, but it's just not enough. About 10th off his best. Alessio Deletta not faster. Marcus Armstrong, however, faster in Sector 1. Is this enough? It's P7, just not enough. Marcus Armstrong will not advance, barely. Ethan Martz and Brennan Hubbard, only 2 drivers left that are below the cut line, neither of them going faster. No from Ethan Martz. Brennan Hubbard, he doesn't have anything in it. So Shane Van Gisbergen will top the session. And Zilich, Robbie, Dorian Pinn, David Malukas, and Alessio Deletta will advance along with him. Armstrong, Barnhart, Ilott, Hubbard, Martz, and Raghunathan out in round 1. Round 2 will be coming up in just a moment. As now we get into the later afternoon, we're on to round number 2. So all these drivers are ones that advanced out of their groups. Connor Zilic, Louis Foster, David Malukas, Yuki Tsunoda, Robbie Lohr, Shane Van Gisbergen, Ryan Preece, Alessio Deletta, Guy Gagne, Glubler Lohr, Dorian Pin, and Catherine Legg. So a couple teams got all drivers through. Some teams got no drivers through, and a lot of them had maybe one that made it, and then one that didn't. The two teams that got all of their members through, Masters of Motors got both Catherine Legg and David Malukas through, and then Swindlers of the Immortals got Dorian Pin, Louis Foster, and Shane Van Gisbergen into this round. The teams that got nobody were Silly Men Racing. None of their drivers advanced. Their best qualifying car was Marcus Armstrong in 14th. They're going to start 14th, 15th, and 16th. Skibidi Sigma Racing had no cars advance. Ethan Martz will start 22nd, so one spot better than Texas, and Mahavir Raghunathan will start last once again. And then 18 Aggressive Bees also did not advance. Callum Ilott was the only driver, and he will not advance. He will start the race in 18th. So your grid as it stands: row 7, Benjamin Peterson and Marcus Armstrong; row 8, Chet Jordan and Gail Barnhart; row 9, Stingray Robb and Callum Ilott; row 10, Miles Rowe and Brennan Hubbard; row 11, Jacob Abel and Ethan Martz; and then rounding out the field, Lindsey Brewer and Mahavir Raghunathan. As there is a lot of cars on the backstretch. A lot of your field is right there. Alessio Deletta holding on to David Malukas for a draft. Yuki Tsunoda all by himself. There's a lot of cars still on pit road, so they may deploy right in front of this group, which may make it even more chaotic. Yes, Shane Van Gisbergen and Dorian Pin gonna release back-to-back. Yuki Tsunoda fast in Sector 1, but Catherine Legg even faster. Winner at Texas, looking to have some speed here at Sandown. He's going to go P1. Catherine Legg no longer has pink sectors. David Malukas took the pink in the first sector. Let's see where she goes. It's going to be P1. Ahead of Yuki Tsunoda, David Malukas now. Going to be coming to the line. And it looks quick. He's going to be towing Alessio Deletta with him. Malukas first, Deletta third, and Connor Zilic will go P1. Robbie P7, not fast enough. Ryan Preece going to go P4. Guy Gagne going P1. The speed found in those Viking racing cars. Yuki Tsunoda not going faster this time, as he is currently below the cutoff by 3 thousandths of a second. Catherine Legg, fastest in Sector 1, faster in Sector 2. To the line. Is it P1? It's P3. Just not fast enough. Off by about a tenth. Shane Van Gisbergen, though, will go P1 with teammate Dorian Pin in second. David Malukas going to tow Alessio Deletta into fifth, as Connor Zilic will stay fourth, but goes faster. Ryan Preece and Robbie Lohr just below the cutoff, as they're still fighting each other. That's just bad planning. Yuki Tsunoda going faster. Is it fast enough? He's going to go P5. Glubler on his first lap, with Louis Foster right behind, who also hasn't set a lap time. Alessio Deletta on the cut. He's going to go 11th and last as of now. Off by a second. Louis Foster now He's only going to go 11th as well. Catherine Legg not faster this time. Shane Van Gisbergen, Dorian Pin towing each other along. Van Gisbergen goes faster, but Dorian Pin is even faster with David Malukas P3. Alessio Deletta can't keep up. Connor Zilic goes P1. And now Robbie and Ryan Priest not going to go faster as David Malukas off track. He's currently in as of now, but that could harm him. Yuki Tsunoda in pit lane. Had nothing more to offer. He's currently P6 in by just 7 thousandths with a 51.99 to Alessio Deletta's 51.997. Glubler not going faster, not finding speed. Louis Foster, this one could be fast. 52.0, that's not fast enough. He's kind of not where he's supposed to be. Van Gisbergen goes second, but Zilic stays P1. Ryan Priest fastest in the second sector, but both he and Robbie gonna come in. And they just impeded each other too much. Guy Gagne, currently P5, would be happy to get in. But right now he's gonna be in pit road. I think Glubler and Foster have one more lap in them to try to go faster. Glubler faster in Sector 1, not faster in Sector 2. Sector 3, though, is faster, but he's still off where he needs to be. Foster, however, this one looks good. And it's going to be P4, and that's going to bump out Tsunoda. The Louis Foster and all his teammates in the top 6 once again as it stands. Remember, Van Gisbergen qualified second, Pin was third, and Foster was sixth at Texas. Foster going faster, but I believe he's coming in this time. Right now, the Lord brothers, 11th and 12th. Could be fun starting next to each other. As Yuki Tsunoda is back out on track, but he is going to be in traffic. It's a shorter track, less than 2 miles. But it looks like just with what he's got in front of him, it may not be enough to advance. Currently 8 hundredths off where he needs to be. Faster in Sector 2 though. But now he's going to be held up behind Deletta. And he is not going to go faster. However, someone that does look like they're going faster, Robbie, has 2 good first sectors. Time to beat a 51.9. Can he do it? Was 4th at Texas. Was running well until he caught some lap traffic. What does he have? Oh, P7 just barely misses it. In that 3rd sector, he lost a little bit of time, and that was enough to bump him out by 6 hundredths. Alessio Deletta not going faster and is in the way of Yuki Tsunoda. Ryan Priest holding up Catherine Legg. I believe Connor Zilic will probably be the last one to the line. Yes, Zilic will be the last one to hit the line. Maybe Pin might get there. No, she won't. So Connor Zilic, last one, will get to the line. Robbie, can he find just a little bit more in that 3rd sector to advance him? I think he may have. He goes P4. He's going to bump out Gagne just barely, and Gagne will he have a response? No. So last second after the checkered flag is out, he will be bumped by Robbie Lohr, who goes P4, showing good improvement over his first 2 seasons as Van Gisbergen drops the fastest third sector right at the end, but it isn't enough. Does Priest have anything? No, he doesn't. He'll be 11th. And Connor Zilic will top round 2 and will be the sole survivor of Viking racing, as Guy Gagné right at the end will miss out. What a round, and that's why you gotta keep with it. So 3 Swindlers of the Immortals cars with David Malukas, Robbie Lohr, and Connor Zilic. Zilic, Foster, Pin, Van Gisbergen all did not have good times at Texas. So hopefully they can turn it around here, but we're going to have to see as we now head to the third and final round. It's the Fast 6. So your Fast 6 consists of Connor Zilic, Louis Foster, David Malukas, Robbie Lohr, Shane Van Gisbergen, and Dorian Pin. 3 Swindlers of the Immortals cars, 1 Masters of Motors, 1 Team Eggs, and then 1 uh other. Yeah, I think I just had a stroke. Maybe Viking racing. Sorry. Oh dear. So 8 minutes. It's a shorter session, as Dorian Pin not gonna waste time. She's already going out. Let's ride along with her. Robbie's gonna come out just behind. Gonna give himself enough of a gap. Right now looks clean. Nobody has come out in front of her. If it is a teammate though that comes out in front of her, she may be pretty upset. Foster's gonna come out, but he will be behind her. And enough ahead, I think, of Robbie to where that shouldn't be a problem. Through the first few turns. Pink sector, as expected. Gonna have to see what Robbie has. As he's going faster, actually. Through the first sector, Robbie is just a bit faster. Dorian Pin now has a faster second sector. You still got 3 cars sitting on pit road, so you better get your laps in now before you possibly get impeded. As Zilich will come out, he may be enough up the road to where he shouldn't be a problem, but it's going to be close. 52-1 for Pin. I don't think that's going to stick for pole. Robbie, not fast enough. He's going to go 52-6. Pin might get a little bit of a suck from Connor Zilich. Just up the road. One of 2 rookies that made it in here. Louis Foster looking fast in that first sector. Robbie not as quick. He goes slower than his last lap. I'd be watching that 11. He seems to have some pace. Can he hold it in the third sector? Connor Zilich fastest last round. As Pin's going to go 51.8. Louis Foster now 51.86. So 16 thousandths faster. That's currently pole. Robbie not fast enough this time by. As David Malukas is going to come out right in front of Robbie. That's going to be a problem for possibly both of them. Zilich giving Dorian Pin a huge slipstream. But now she's too close. She had 2 pink sectors, but now I think the 9 is going to be in her way. Unless the 9 is moving fast enough. Zilich gonna be P3. Pin not fast enough. Louis Foster goes faster, 51.76. Robbie stuck behind the 25. He is not going faster. Shane Van Gisbergen. He's got a lot of poles in this series. Is this another one? Not with that lap. I think that's going to be P3. Yes, it is. Connor Zilich not going faster, but has kind of gotten a little bit of a breakaway from Pin. Louis Foster, pink sector once again. As Malukas has been passed by Robbie, and that may affect his pace. Zilich now to the line. Is it good enough? It's not better than his last, but Louis Foster, he looks quick. No, third sector, just not fast enough. But right now he's got pole by a 10th, but I would be watching Shane Van Gisbergen. Sorry to Malukas fans, but he wasn't quick enough. But Van Gisbergen, he'll go P1 by a huge margin. With a 51.406 up by 3.5 tenths. Right now, Swindlers of the Immortals 1, 2, 3. Connor Zilich. No pressure from behind. Going faster. Louis Foster, he's got a pink first sector, but I don't think he has enough to make it to the line. Zilich, does he have anything? It's only going to be P4. As no, Foster's going to have to pull off, so he doesn't have anything more. But Robbie, he's going back out. Right now, this 1, 2, 3 of Swindlers of the Immortals looks pretty tough to beat. Malukas, he's going to go faster, but still P6. And Van Gisbergen goes faster once again. 51.325. He's up by 4.5 tenths. as he is going to kind of miss that turn. But I think that was going to be his last one anyway. I think maybe Malukas might have one more in him. But I think nobody else is going to have the pace. Going to be going downhill through that chicane. He's going faster. But is it fast enough? 30 seconds left on the clock. Malukas to the line. And it's only going to be enough for P5. Robbie going faster though, but no pink sectors. Dorian Pin trying to make it to the line in time. I don't think she's going to make it. No, she will not. So Robbie, this is the only car I believe that can beat anything, and it doesn't look like he's going to have it. He's going to go faster, but he's going to stay P6. Did Dorian Pin get to the line in time? No, she did not. So that does mean he is not out on track currently, but Shane Van Gisbergen will be on pole with teammates Louis Foster and Dorian Pin second and third. So the top three get blocked off by Swindlers of the Immortals. Connor Zilich will be P4. And then row 3 going to be David Malukas and Robbie Lohr. What an effort from Swindlers of the Immortals. Just strong pace. What can you say? One of the best qualifiers is going to be on pole. I think he's going to tie Logan Sargent for the record. He had the record, then he lost it. But right now he's going to be tied. I think that is 11 to his name. But can he hold on to it on race day? Speaking of race day, I'm not quite sure when race day will be. There's a good chance it could be tomorrow, it might be Wednesday. I highly doubt it'd have to be later than that, but just depending on the schedule, time may switch around. But regardless of whenever it is, we do know that Shane Van Gisbergen will be on pole. And I hope to see you guys there. I think it's going to be a good race. It's a fun track. And so, yeah.